Hi everybody, I hope you're all okay. I'm going to read you a story and it's called Meerkat Mail. And again it's backwards, but hopefully you'll figure that out. And it's all about this little chap here who's a meerkat. Now, I'm reading this story today in the rock pool. It's such a gorgeous day. We've got the door open and hopefully you'll be able to see the pictures because I've just looked at it a little bit dark, but hopefully we'll be okay. This story is by Emily Garrett, and you might have read some other stories by her. She's written lots and lots. Now, this is one of my favourite books. I used to use this all the time when I was teaching. I used it with Year R children, Year 2 children, and even Year 6 children who all really loved it. At the beginning, it's got a little picture here. It's all based on postcards. You can see some string and some paper and all kinds of things, because it's about the journey that this little chap takes. And it says, "Hello, I hope you enjoy this book. It's about me. I like beetles on toast with insect larvae, daydreaming and digging holes. Love from Sunny." And he's drawn a little picture of himself just there. At the front of the book, it's got all these gorgeous pictures of his family. Family is very important to meerkats. If you've ever seen them at Marwell Zoo, you'll see that there are always lots of them around looking after each other, and they've got these really long necks that kind of stick up. So this is all the people in his family. And I think we've got this book in the library, so if you get a chance to have a look at it, but this is my copy because it's my favourite book. Sunny lives in the Kalahari Desert. It is very dry and very hot. It's so hot, he needs a fan. And can you see here, these are termites, and they're walking all over his fan, and they've even made a really tall trail there. Sometimes Sunny thinks it's too hot. He's leaning up against a termite hill here. You can see all these little termites. They're coming out the hill, walking all the way along here. They're making a really tall tower, going on the fan and going down the wire, and then going to live in his sandcastle. Sunny comes from a very large family. They work together, play together, eat together, learn together and sleep together. Now this is a very important lesson for meerkats because this is a jackal, and they've got to make sure that they keep away from the jackals. In fact, they do everything together. They are very close. Sometimes Sunny thinks they are too close. I wonder what you think. Do you think they might be a little bit annoying, sticking things in his nose? I think they want to play, but I think it's too hot for Sunny to play with them. Sometimes Sunny wishes he could live somewhere else, so he packs his suitcase and writes his family a note. And this is the note that he wrote. There he is, off, but I wonder if you can see someone's nose poking out here. I wonder what this is. Who do you think it is? Dear everyone, I'm off to find somewhere perfect to live. Don't worry, Mum. I'll be staying with our mongoose relatives, so we'll be quite safe. Love from Sunny. I promise to write. On Monday, Sunny visits his Uncle Bob, and he's remembered to write, and he's sent a postcard. This is a postcard of an African red hornbill. Uncle Bob's family make him very welcome. It does say though at the bottom, mongoose, be warning mongoose of danger, because this is not what you want to see if you are a mongoose, because these eat mongoose. And then on the postcard he's written a letter, and I'm going to read it to you. To Mum and Dad, It's a lot like being at home here, except that I'm the biggest. Hooray! The weather is hot and the food is fantastic. Lots of scorpions, yum. Best thing is no one has to keep lookout because there's this bird which goes squawk when there is danger. I told Uncle Bob our family motto is stay safe, stay together. He told me theirs is run and hide. From Sunny. On Tuesday, Sunny goes to stay with his cousins Scratch and Mitch and the rest of their family. And these are the banded mongoose because they've got bands on them. But can you see they've actually taken a bite out of the postcard? Dear Mum and Dad, we have been living in an old termite mound, but we are moving. There's plenty to eat. Yours ticklishly, Sunny. I think it wasn't great living there because the termites are all over them. I think they're making them itchy. Sunny is getting itchy feet. He decides it's time to move on. On Wednesday, he arrives at his cousin Edward's. His cousin Edward lives somewhere else. Near chickens by the looks of things. But I wonder what is this? That doesn't look very safe. Hello from the farm. Dear Mum, Dad, Grandad and Grandma, I'm staying on a farm. Looks like he's trying to eat the eggs. Ed's favourite food is chicken, but I haven't tried it yet. But I've had plenty of eggs. Tell Mickey they're not as good as scorpions. Love from Sunny. Sunny is not at all sure their eggs really agree with him because he's got one on his head. I don't think that's really what he wanted. But maybe he's going to have to keep watch out. On Thursday, he heads off to stay with his cousins Mildred and Frank. They live somewhere very different. I wonder if you can tell where they live. It's very dark and it's got all these trees and it looks like it's raining and the postcard says, I love rainy days. Dear Mum, Dad and everyone, it is raining quite hard. He's put that in capitals because I don't think he likes it. Hope the weather is better at home. Loads of love from Sunny, but he's crossed that out and put rainy. P.S. Great Aunt Maureen was right. I should have packed an umbrella. It's getting very wet. Now this person here doesn't look much like a mongoose. I wonder if you can see who that is. Sunny hates getting wet, so he decides to leave. By Friday evening, Sunny has reached Madagascar. And this says Malagasy Megalife, Nightlife. Dear all, arrived at Auntie Bess and Uncle Rob's. It is very late and very dark. I think it may be past my bedtime. Auntie B and Uncle Rob don't seem to have noticed. I'm leaving as soon as it gets light. Yours faithfully, wish you were here, Sunny. Doesn't very happy. Doesn't look very happy at all, does he? But you can see shadows here of lots of people partying. Sunny is afraid of the dark. He can't think of anything worse. But can you also see a shadow on this page? I wonder who that is. Can you see that shadow? Until on Saturday he arrives at Great Aunt Flo's. She lives in a swamp. Dive in, it says here, self-service restaurant. Open 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. The original Dive In restaurant. Dining for one in the wettest setting in the marsh. That's not what Sunny's used to at all. Let's see what the postcard says. He looks so sad, doesn't he? Dearest family, Great Aunt Flo lives on her own in a marsh. It is dark and wet. The food is disgusting and slimy, and I am lonely, cold and tired. I really, really, really wish you were here, or that I was not. All my love, kisses and snuggles. Soggy Sonny. Poor Sonny. Who's shining the torch on him? Sonny is beginning to worry that nowhere is right for him. But then, on Sunday, Sonny arrives somewhere very dry and very hot, where everyone is close. Where has he got to? But look, who's right behind him? It's that jackal. That jackal's been right behind him the whole time. There's his family, and the postcard says, "I'm home!" And look at that happy smiley picture he's drawn. It is perfect. Welcome home. Look, everyone's so pleased to see him. I think they've really missed him. And here it says, "Stay safe, stay together." And look, these meerkats, they're chasing the jackal away. I sometimes wonder whether that jackal was really going to get Sonny, or whether he was making sure he was okay and he was safe all that time, and he made sure he got home safely too. I wonder. And then there's some more photographs at the end, and there's a newspaper article about Sonny comes home because everyone had been so worried about him they didn't know where he'd gone. So that's the end of the story. I hope you really enjoyed it, and keep reading at home, and when we come back to school, see if you can find Meerkat Mail in the library. Bye.